What's up guys, Charles from Shootings there. Welcome to a new video, and today we're taking a look at a 9-year-old Canon EFS lens that I've never seen before. This is called the Canon EFS 10 to 20mm f3.5 to 4.5. Really strange lens. I have it right here, and like I said, I've never seen it before, so that's why I'm doing a review on this. I'm actually going to throw this APS-C lens, which is surprisingly expensive if you were to check out on the Canon Singapore official website. This actually comes in at $1,000. APS-C lens, 9 years old, still around, super expensive. I'm going to put this lens on the Canon R6 Mark II because that is a really new camera, and I have the EF to RF mount adapter, so I want to see how well this lens can communicate with the new body. And we're going to do a side-by-side comparison against the RF 16mm f2.8, which is about 350 Singapore dollars, so about $650 difference in the pricing. So just something about this lens, what I really like just looking at it is the cap, most of all, because you can see this cap actually opens on the sides. You need to squeeze the sides and it opens up the cover, so that's really cool. And they do promote their ultrasonic, or basically the USM motor, a lot on this lens. You can see on the front here, and if you look around the ring of the lens, there's also the ultrasonic words. I'll show you on the screen, and on the side here on the back of the lens as well. So they're really promoting their ultrasonic motor autofocusing on this lens. So let's really test it out and see how well it is for vlogging and just taking some simple landscape photographs, cityscape photographs. So just want to see how well this lens performs on the Canon R6 Mark II. So let's get straight to the video. Okay, so this is the Canon R6 Mark II with the 10 to 22mm lens, and how does it look? Honestly, I mean, the way the lens and the camera look together with the EF mount, of course, it looks absolutely brilliant. It looks very nice. It actually suits the Canon R6 Mark II. Makes you look very professional, but that's besides the point. How is the stabilization going? I have my ISO, so maybe we'll reduce the shutter, make it a little bit brighter, because this is an APS-C lens. So this, yeah, it looks better. I reduced it to 1/800 shutter speed because I am shooting at the widest aperture, which is f3.5 in this case, and of course this is cropped in, so 16mm full frame equivalent. So it's the surrounding area. How does it look? Looks good. Slightly drizzling, and I am slightly perspiring. Switching arms, but how's the quality? This lens also does not have OIS, so we're just relying on the R6 Mark II's IBIS and EIS. How's the field of view? Compared to the 16mm from where what I'm looking on the screen, it does look even more than 16mm. It looks like 17mm. But anyhow, yep, so take a walk around. How does it look? Then after that, we're gonna take some photographs. Is that any good? Yep, so this is a comparison to see how good this 10 to 22 2014 EFS lens is. So coming up photographs on your screen right now. Okay, so this is the Canon RF 16mm on the Canon R6 Mark II. So full frame lens on the full frame camera. So this view looks even wider than just now, I believe. Slightly wider it looks. Let me bring my hand in a little bit. So how does it look? On the Canon 250D, it was at 10mm, also 16mm full frame equivalent. This is 16mm full frame. So the field of view should be about the same, but it looks wider to me. But anyhow, let's take a look. How's the stabilization? Of course, the Canon R6 Mark II does have IBIS, yes, EIS, and yeah, all that kinds of great stuff, great colors. I did switch it over to auto ISO so that it's much easier. That's why everything looks a lot better than on the 250D. But yeah, I think it should be pretty fine. I don't have to manually adjust the ISOs, but still should look pretty good. All right, so that was the comparison between the two lenses. So now is my conclusion. Putting the price tag aside, that $1,000 price tag aside, I think I would include it in my collection of lenses. I do have the Canon SL3 or the 250D. I would probably use that on that camera instead of the R6 Mark II because I do have the 16mm f2.8. But if I needed that 35mm zoom range, then yeah, it would be a pretty good inclusion. You can pick this up secondhand for about $200-300 around that range. So if you can find one in a good condition without any mold and stuff, I would, include this for a cheap lens in my collection. I can interchange between the R6 Mark II and the Canon SL3. Reason being is that I think that the overall performance was pretty decent, especially the autofocusing is really quiet and really fast. In photographs, it handled the distortions reasonably well. Chromatic aberration wasn't too apparent. There is, but you need to zoom in maybe 200 to 300%. Sharpness, maybe a decent amount of sharpness in the middle and the sides as well. Probably I give it like a 6 upon 10. For video, like I said, there was wobbliness at the side, but the overall quality of the picture still looked pretty pleasing. Not as nice as the RF16 because that obviously is a newer lens and a full frame lens at the same time and only costs like $300 with a wide aperture. But I still think the overall video quality was pretty good. If you were to put that $1,000 price tag back into the picture, I would definitely say no. There are a lot of other 16 to 35 lenses which are probably better, like an f2.8 flat aperture instead of having a range f3.5 or something. So I do think that the price for this lens plays an important part. Don't pick it up for $1,000 unless you have a good reason to. Like the only kind of photography that you do is landscape or cityscape photography, then yep, all 16 ultra wide angles. And probably if I'm doing street photography, then I might require that 35mm or 30mm kind of focal length for street photography. And then if I'm going to tight areas, I'll just bring it down to 16mm. So yep, that's my conclusion. Hope you enjoyed this video. Really strange lens, really nice lens to use, and last of all, it's not weather sealed, in case I forgot to mention that. So that might be an issue as well. For $1,000, no weather sealing or weather resistance. So yeah, if you can pick it up $200 to $300, like I said, yep, then it would probably be a good inclusion. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button, like button, and the notification buttons, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.